started with the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 35, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 20. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion from the offense. Power football with the run. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbound, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. On second down, looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Bucks! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that.
Got a lot of run through. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the single back. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guys. A lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of error.
Makes the catch along the sideline and steps out of bounds. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it on the run. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is...
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
And that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes. They need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. Changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carry.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missiles.
Fires to the tight end. Pull down for the tackle. Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game's 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoopy, quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time, up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. From the gun, the ground game. Nice move to pick up yardage. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. DB's right up on the receivers. Throws to the tight end. He's got him, and they convert. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, bring him right in the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
And the Buffaloes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Buying some time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still running at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Off play action on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Now on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got out of trouble and throws. He finds his man.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Surging forward on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from a defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Just saying that. Get your eyes, Jack. We watching the same game, Ref? I need official. That's not what I saw. What kind of line play was that? How about that? Ready up.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Line gets set. First down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Dances away. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got a wide open receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty.
Ready? Longer. Get set.
He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's loose. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Trying to get behind the defense. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Baylor!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop or go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and go, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fair catch, called for and made. The Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
And those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Now improvising. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
How easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football. You get me lined up and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation. And now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys the ball in space.
Out routes are timing routes, and QB's got to throw that before the receiver gets out of his break. He was a little bit late, and as a result, it's incomplete.
Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And, guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. Strolling away from Heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick 6.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown there! A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Washington is in major trouble today. The folks out there in Seattle are heading for the exits with more determination than a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Jordan. Pocket starts to collapse. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to buy time. Slings it downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Buffalo's decide to punt it away.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Looking for a man. It's Jordan. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the 1st down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that 1st down marker and get it.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Bucks! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit. The ball pops out. More guys swarming to the football. Great effort. Scoop that thing up. Now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line. They go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for the defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The inside handoff. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
To the air, it's Jordan. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming in with completion on that one.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires on the move. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you've got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well
incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They move the tight end all over. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in College Station. They're trailing by 16 to Louisiana Tech. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can defend you.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Quick strike complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's going to pass. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
There's a strike. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
handoff. Keep working on that clock. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Movement here from the tight end. Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. The give to the back. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm.
And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He'll do it himself. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the 3rd play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. It was nice to see it for the coaching staff.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Well, that's exactly why you practice situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sidelines, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, gave the defender the business. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Keeps it on the bootleg. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things.